Cheki. Data was collected from about 10,000 Kenyans on the political landscape. Using this real-world data, I'll show you what a data analyst does and what a data scientist does. Before tuendelee, this data was collected by the attachment and internship students when walikuwa attached at our firm, Safra Data. The reason for collecting this data ni juu the voter turnout from 2013 imekuwa ikienda ikishuka from 85% to 79% na previous election ilishuka baka 64%. So we wanted to understand the political landscape, to understand why people are not voting, and to get this information we had to collect data. This data ilikuwa very unclean na even ndio ilikuwa inakaa. Something you should really understand is the fact that data cleaning and pre-processing will take about 80% of the time on anything data related. Data cleaning basically ni make sure data yako iko sawa. For example, kwa hii data yenye tulikuwa nayo, tulikuwa tuna collect number of children na pia tulikuwa tuna collect age. Na kuna person mwenye alikuwa between 20 to 29 years na alikuwa kuna 33 children. Of course hii ni data yenye iko sawa. So vitu kaizo unatoa, make sure data yako iko as good as possible. Kuna missing values wazi zinakuanga, unaweza zi fill na maybe the mean of that column ama uzitoa all together kama ziko mingi sana. Hii cleaning process will take a lot of time na lazima make sure data yako iko clean because garbage in garbage out of course. Pia pre-processing pia ni create maybe new columns etc for analytics. Lazima ujue venye una deal na hii data before we move on to the next step. Tuingie data analyst. Data analyst analikuwa na analytical mind and a very good communicator. Some of the things yenye data ilikuwa inasema ni 35% of the people who are below the age of 29 who wanna get their political information from social media. Yet people wenye wako more than 50 years, 65% of them wanna get information from radio na TV. Something else yenye analyst anaweza angalia get ni wase wenye wako more than 50 years, half of them, their main political issues ama their main issues in the area they are in ni healthcare, taxes na transport and infrastructure. Yet about 40% ya wase wenye wako below the age of 30, main issue yao ni jobs na education. This is very important data, but for a good communicator anafaa as link up in such a way yenye anaweza enda, if it's a political aspirant mwenye anahitaji ku use such data, anaweza enda mwambie if you are doing your campaigns using the data that I've just presented, advertisements ama campaign strategy yako ni on the TV and radios ni kuongea about healthcare, taxes and transport and infrastructure because hizo ndo issues zina affect watu wenye wanaona TV na kusikiza radio. Na of course hao ndo the elderly 50 plus years. Na then social media concentrate on talking about jobs and education when you want a better education. These are strategies zenye anaweza tumia. Using this data imemsaidia ku get some of those things. And this is the work of a data analyst. Try to get trends na ku use this data ku help people to understand why and what data driven decisions they should make to try and achieve something. Kulikuwa na so much important data ilikuwa hapo. Talking about all of them. Some of them nika 50% of the people who did not vote in the previous election walikuwa unemployed. So kuna unemployed people wanasusia elections sana. But we'll have another video when we talk about all this insightful information that was gotten from this data. Sasa tumeona what a data analyst does with the data. Acha tuone kenye what a data scientist will do. So as you remember data ilikuwa inakaa hivi. So what a data scientist does, kazi yake ni kupredict, kufanya predictive analysis using machine learning models. So what I did, I took this data, nikaifanya feature engineering, used some of the GPS locations, nikajaribu ku get counties, using these counties nika create features, new features, etc. To create this predictive analysis, I used something called an ensemble machine learning model. When you ensemble machine learning model work, ina take various different machine learning algorithms as a classification because my problem was a classification problem. So random forests, support vector classifier, inachukua logistic regression, inachukua XGBoost, then inazicombine zote afu inaangalia yenye iko na the best accuracy, precision or recall depending on what yenye nataka kutumia, yenye nataka ikuwe the highest. Na kenye ilitoka yenye ilikuwa na the best ilikuwa kwa XGBoost. Sasa hiyo ndio ilitumika kwa this specific predictive model yenye nilitengeneza. Then using this ika produce something like this. And unaweza feed information of your age, your gender, etc. Then predict your probability that you voted in the previous elections or not. So unaweza feed the information about a young person, then ikuambie prediction yake ku vote or not, which is very low. Then unaweza pay prediction ya an older person, we pay prediction yake ya ku vote or not. older people wenye wako married bla 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 yao inakuanga higher, younger people wenye wako students na wako ama wako unemployed, probability yao ya kuvote in the previous election iko lower. And this is now a data product yenye ni a predictive analytic data product yenye inaweza tumika na a political aspirant mwenye anaweza kuwa an ideal customer ama an ideal person to use this data ku tap it or use it to get the people who are very low on voter turnout, then atry kuuza the agendas or his campaign strategies to them, ndo get these people who had very low probability of voting in the previous elections, atry to increase some of them. Now, political game is very vital because in the previous election the difference between the votes ilikuwa 200,000, meaning kama these 100,000 people wange move to one side kungekuwa na 50-50 yenye ingeleta runoff. So it's just using the margins zenye ziko. So yeah, these are some of the things zenye data analyst na data scientist wanaweza fanya with this political data set. Jump hapo kwa comment section niambie some of the things that you have learned ama some of the things that unaona kama this data can also be used for. And you may forget to mention by a data analyst or data scientist. Thank you very much for watching this video. See you in the next one. Peace.